Selecting colors to work with in Photoshop CS3 is quite simple because there are so many ways to do it. You have panels and you also have the ability to click on the swatches here. Let's start off by selecting the panels. Now by default you'll see that we have a color and a swatches panel, and if I click on color you're presented with these sliders here, and we see that we have RGB sliders. We can click on the swatch to choose a color, click OK, and then use the sliders to adjust that color. And as you see here, you can also manually enter values by highlighting this text here and typing your own value. You can also click down here to choose a range of colors and then continue to adjust the sliders. You can also choose a background swatch the same exact way. You can also, if you'd like to, work on the grayscale slider, work on the hue, saturation, and brightness sliders, work in CMYK, work in lab, and work in web color sliders, which are safe for the web. You can also look at RGB spectrum, CMYK spectrum, and more. So you're able to change the spectrum as well as the sliders themselves. Let's talk about the swatches now. The swatches give you the ability to quickly pick a color, and that automatically changes the foreground color as you see here. And if I press X on the keyboard, I'm able to now click in the swatches to change the other color in the background. So it's very, very handy. You can also go to the drop-down list here and choose from a large variety of industry standard color systems. So we have Pantone, which is used quite often, Toyo, Visibone, and tons of other ones. What you can also do is load swatches, save swatches, and also view your swatches in a list if you need to see the colors themselves and the names of those colors. You can also look at a large list if you're wearing glasses like I am, so you can really see what's going on in your swatches here. Let's talk about the swatches over here. If you click on one of the swatches, whether it's the foreground or the background that's currently the one you're working with, you can see that we have a color field here. We also have a slider, and we also have the ability to see the new color and the current color. So let me go ahead and cancel that and show you something. This is the current color we're working with. So if I hit this swatch again, you see that this is the current color, and when I move my mouse up in here, you see that this new color is presented for us right here. Whenever you see this little exclamation point, that means that your printer is going to have a difficult time replicating this color. So this is your kind of gamma warning. So click on this little chip here and it will give you the color that it can safely print and match. It'll give you the closest match. And like before, you're able to enter hue, saturation, or brightness values, RGB, lab, and CMYK colors. You can even enter an hexadecimal color for web safe colors. If you are working specifically on the web and you want to make sure your colors will work with the web, click this right here to only see web colors. That way you're guaranteed that these colors will work and present themselves on the web. You can also add the swatches, and you can add this color that you create yourself and it will go to the swatches automatically. So you can always go to new swatches and choose your color libraries to choose one of those colors I showed you earlier from the color systems that are industry standards. So once again, using color is easy to do in Photoshop because there are so many ways to access them, whether you're using the panels or you're using the swatches here to enter your standard color picker for your computer system.